Chapter 14, Lecture 3. We now turn to the issue of family formation in same-sex couples. Some of the key messages here are that family forms in LGBT families are similar to those among heterosexual or other families, with the differences that occur being because LGBT families are more egalitarian because of the absence of a traditional gender role division of labor, and also that these families frequently lack the external social and other forms of support that heterosexual families take for granted. So, when LGBT families are formed, if there is not a wide acceptance, if there is rejection by their existing families, these individuals will form families of choice, which represents a strategy of kinship formation. Members of this and the rules are formed by mutual agreement, and many persons who identify as LGBT do not feel the need to conform to family structure based on consanguinity between blood ties or legally sanctioned marriage, but may form alternative or diverse types of families that provide the essence of family life, which includes compatibility, social support, love, intimacy, interest, community, children, a sense of warmth, network, everything. The beginning of LGBT kinship formation takes place when an individual begins the coming out process. And like other families, LGBT families have strengths as well as challenges in family members. And as we said, the parenting tasks and challenges are similar in same sex and heterosexual families, with the difference of being more egalitarian and having less external support in LGBT families. In terms of parent child relations in same sex couples, again, there are similarities and differences. And as we have already said, research confirms that it is the quality of parent child relationships that determine success, and the resilience of children is promoted with constructive parenting. So the sexual orientation of the parent really does not have much to do with it. Nowadays, there is more acceptance and understanding of homosexuality, so many people are reconciling their ideas about parenthood for gay and lesbian adults. Regarding fathers who are gay, there is less research on gay fathers because they are relatively new to the cultural scene. Males who are gay and who are fathers have a unique and complex psychosocial environment. Their challenges of adjustment relate to identity issues, acceptance of self, acceptance by other men who are gay, and matters related to parenting and child custody issues. Other concerns focus on the development of a long term committed relationship with another man who is gay who will accept and cope with the children as a central part of the relationship. The man who is both a father and gay is an enigma in society because fatherhood culturally implies heterosexuality, which the term gay can challenge. And so the person has to go through a process of integrative sanctioning, which is applying both the terms father and gay and integrating it within one identity. And this also includes the process of distancing from intolerant people and forming close associations with persons who are tolerant and accepting of both identities simultaneously. 20 to 25% of self-identified gay men are also fathers, which is a minority within a minority. Again, the numbers are difficult to state accurately because many are still in the closet and do not openly disclose their sexual identity. So, gay men become fathers for many reasons which are not always very clear. Some might speculate that a gay man may have married before coming to terms with his sexual orientation and have children. An estimated 20% of men who are gay have married a woman at some point. And these mixed orientation marriages affect approximately 2 million families. These marriages are more likely to divorce, especially when people reach midlife and they have that transition and they go through a process of self evaluation. Other gay men stay in open relationships and they may have a pathway to fatherhood through surrogacy or adoption or so on. Women in these mixed orientation marriages find seeking support difficult due to the stigma and the lack of understanding of wider society as to why they would stay in such a marriage. After that point, many gay men sincerely desire children and families, and they may have surrogate agreements or adoption in order to build their families. According to the National Survey of Family Growth in 2002, 1 in 6 men who identified as gay have biological offspring, many of those due to prior marriages. Adjustment to the gay subculture may be more difficult for fathers because they are not like most men who are gay. They are older and they have children. In a blended family, satisfaction of all persons is improved when efforts are made to include the stepfather who is gay. So, these represent some additional challenges of parenting in a same sex parent family. Once again, children of same sex parents do not differ from children of heterosexual parents in developmental outcomes. This chapter keeps reiterating this point because of the widespread perception that it is somehow detrimental or harmful to children to be raised in same sex families. There is absolutely no evidence to support that argument. In fact, the evidence goes the other way to show that children raised in same sex families do not differ in development and adjustment in anything compared to the children of heterosexual parents. Fathers who are gay are believed to be as nurturing with children and less traditional in perceiving their main role to be provider. In fact, fathers who are gay may feel additional pressure to show themselves to be proficient parents because of A. the difficulties created by any prior divorce, and B. the extra scrutiny their parenting will face from ex-spouses and for custody battles and so on. Fathers who are gay are more gender equal in parenting compared to heterosexual fathers, and being raised in a gender equal family is beneficial for children when they are growing up and when they are adults and form their own relationships. Another concern voiced in popular culture is that children raised by gay families, or particularly sons raised by gay fathers, are more likely to become gay. But this is again not true. The incidence of homosexual orientation among children of gay fathers is similar to that found in the general gay population, in the general overall population. To repeat, the incidence of homosexual orientation among children of gay fathers is similar to that found in the overall general population, meaning you're no more or no less likely to be gay because you were raised by gay parents. You're just the same as anybody raised in any family. Sons of fathers who are gay do not adopt homosexual orientation by copying whatever was modeled by their fathers. People don't do that. Additionally, living with a father who is gay does not appear to contribute substantially to development of son's sexual orientation. The only thing that may happen is that the children may grow up to be more open and accepting of gay persons and parents. Their own sexual orientation is not likely to be changed as a result of that. So the focus box in 14-1 lays out some issues related to children of fathers who are gay. The first part of it deals with the father's disclosure of homosexual orientation if this is not something that was already known to the family before the children came in. Fathers who are gay have a more difficult time disclosing their homosexual orientation to children compared to mothers who are lesbian, and this difficulty is particularly unique or acute among African American men. Fathers who are gay describe their children's reactions to the disclosure as none, that's no reaction, or tolerant and accepting. The age of children at time of disclosure affects the reaction, so younger children before puberty tend to be more accepting than older children. If difficulty is faced, children have some difficulty relating to peers who are aware of the father's homosexual orientation. But the children cope successfully with these problems in most cases with little harm to their own self-esteem. And of course, the support and environment of the family and society is very important in this. The second panel in that table talks about parenting skills and effectiveness among children of fathers who are gay. And once again, there is no evidence that shows that having been raised by or living with a gay father is detrimental to the development of children. Most fathers who are gay have positive relationships with their children. Fathers make serious attempts to create stable home lives and positive relationships with their children. They are similar to heterosexual fathers in their degree of involvement and intimacy with children. In fact, on the positive side, fathers who are gay tend to be more non traditional and more responsive to their children's needs and provide more explanations for rules compared to fathers who are heterosexual, that is, they are less authoritarian. And sexual orientation, to repeat yet again, is not a factor that determines the quality of parenting behaviors and relationships.